So we just got back from Jamaat Khana, or mosque or prayer or whatever you want to call it. Actually, we got back from a celebration. First it was prayer, then it was celebration. This time, December 13th actually, is Khushiali. It's Salgira Khushiali. And if you don't know what we're talking about, watch this video here from last year and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. This is half of our Christmas celebration and Christmas is coming up. It's crazy how much can change in a year. This time last year, as you saw in that video, if you haven't seen it, again, go watch it. We were in Victoria and we were celebrating this religious holiday across the water and at a place we just began to call home, and now we're back here on the mainland.
Yeah, I was reflecting earlier today and I just remember that 1 year ago today I was actually getting ready for this religious holiday on a ferry, and it was one of the first times that we ever started vlogging.
Yeah, it's true. One of the first times we ever started vlogging, and it was basically the reason we started vlogging is because we lived apart last year and we missed our 1 year vloggiversary. It was November 27th. That's when we made our first video to share with you guys, to share the journey that we were about to go on that we thought was gonna last a lot longer than it did. That really taught us a lot about ourselves, living apart again. We had done it before, but we did it for the first time, married, I guess. That doesn't sound good. Scratch that. We had lived apart before when we were not married, but we decided to live apart to allow me to go chase my dream, so to speak. And we learned that, you know, we didn't want to spend any more time apart. So I moved back here and so much has happened. What stands out for you in the last year that has happened in our lives, or your life maybe?
There's so much. I don't even know where to start, but probably the most shocking is us living in Surrey.
Yeah, we live in Surrey and we live in a nice place that we like. And it's a big change from what we were doing before, obviously living apart, but probably the place that feels most like home for us. So like that's a big change. But for me, obviously in the last year, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, actually in the last couple of years, ups and downs career-wise. And right now I kind of feel most comfortable. I guess for me what stands out the most is how much stuff I've actually gone through in the last year. Career is one thing for me that I'm still trying to figure out. And while I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing right now, I've done a lot of things in the last year to get to this point. I moved back from Victoria where I was doing broadcasting, news and sports. Started at the Richmond.
I'm just so happy you're back.
Oh geez, and you just thought you were laughing at me. That's probably the biggest thing that happened in the last year for me. But the second biggest thing is that we finally started vlogging again recently in the last little while, and I think we're enjoying it.
And I think another thing that stood out for me is that it's been a while, but we've actually started to talk a lot more about our future, which is something that we weren't really able to do just with him trying to figure out what he wanted to do in life. Us moving apart obviously kind of put a halt into future plans, but now that we're together and we've been in this place and it feels more like home, it's starting to bring up a lot more about what the rest of our life can look like.
Yeah, there's a lot of looking back and looking forward. We're kind of finally living in the present, which is something that I think we're both really happy about, but living in the present allows us to comfortably look forward and try to make plans for the future because we're finally, I guess, comfortable with the present. And speaking of that, our future might include moving back to my parents' house. That's something we're going to talk about in another video. Maybe that's enough for now. That's enough for today.
As always, if you like our vlogs, hit the subscribe button below and also press the thumbs up button. And of course, we'll see you soon.
Notice how you didn't say tomorrow because we might have missed a day over here in the last week, but hey, we're trying.